I'm Sheriff Candidate Ken Guido Daron, running for the position of Sheriff here in Dickson County. And I've got your Dickson County citizen 3-minute round with various citizens of Dickson County. So I've got 3 minutes to just basically, with this gentleman, I've called him Big John the entire duration of getting to know him at the CB shop where he worked many years ago when I first started out in patrol. And John, please introduce yourself to the folks of Dickson County, who you are.
I'm John Swanger. I'm a United States Navy veteran. Served a little over 10 years. Now I'm considered disabled because of my service. I worked at the CB shop for 20 years. Known Ken here for a lot of years. He's a good man. I think he'd be best for our county.
Thank you for that, John.
You're quite welcome.
John, I've got your timer, 3-minute citizen round, for you to hit your topics of what you would like to focus on. So I'll start the clock, and it is time.
All right, there's a lot of things I could talk about. Like you said, I could talk for hours on this. One of the things I think would really help this county is the Civilian Review Board. And what that is simply, if there's a complaint, a problem with one of the citizens with the department, all he has to do is come up, file a complaint with the Civilian Review Board. He or she will take that information and they'll investigate it. They'll talk to the officer involved, they'll talk to the citizens involved, write up a report, then they'll get with the sheriff. Once they get with the sheriff, every 3-4 months, they'll convene a board. Get somebody like some local clergy, some of the local clerks in town, some of the local citizens to sit in a board, everybody review it, and then turn their findings and thoughts over to the sheriff.
Basically let the sheriff have his recommendation of what he would like to do.
Right. Okay. Then the sheriff could handle the problem on how he sees fit. Okay. Whether discipline action, nothing happened because it was an unfounded report, or even charges filed with the DA, depending on what the severity of the problem is.
So in other words, you would like, I guess, in essence, the citizens to have a voice with their department.
Right, like a citizen's oversight.
Right. Okay.
To help keep the sheriff on the up and up on things and keep the patrolman on up and up. We all know things can happen. I mean, a citizen's going to be upset if her mother sees her son getting arrested. Even though he might have a bag of crack with him and a gun, she's going to get upset and worried about the officer if he seems a little rough with the son. If he's resisting, the officer has to do what he has to do.
Absolutely.
But the mother's going to freak out and complain.
Right.
So we have to review these things to see what is the justified complaint and what is not.
So some transparency.
Right, so transparency, so everybody can see it. Okay. Local clergy, some 18-year-old store clerk, all sit in so we get a broad perspective of...
Encompasses everyone from the whole community.
Right, everyone from the community, from the elderly to the young.
Sure. If I'm elected as sheriff of Dickson County, is there something that you would like to see a sheriff implement in Dickson
Oh yes,
County? Definitely.
I think it'd be a very important thing for the county. Other counties throughout the country have done this and had great success with it.
Right.
It has really helped a lot.
A valid concern, a valid idea. Certainly it's an enhancement for the citizens and for law enforcement as well. Any other topics we've got? Oh, heck, we got like 18 seconds. You're going the distance.
I can't help it.
That's great. No, that's great. Anything else real fast? Get something in?
Just for the sheriff to be open with the county, to talk to the people in the county, to be open with everything that's happening.
That sounds fair to me. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our Dickson County Citizens 3-minute round with Sheriff Candidate Ken Daron. And once again, I always have a problem pronouncing that last name. John, take it away.
John Swanger. Glad I could help and glad I could answer your question.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much
for being a part of this. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Sheriff Candidate Ken Daron for Dickson County, and I want to get tough on crime. Help me knock out crime in Dickson County.
Paid for by the committee to elect Ken Guido Daron for sheriff, Cammie Tucker treasurer.